Welcome to Smaller Solutions. Today we're looking at a very, very neat rifle, an incredibly lightweight rifle. We're talking only 6.2 pounds. And this is manufactured by DSArms, the ZM4. Now, many of us think of DSArms, we're thinking of FALs. Well, that is their main product, is the FALs. However, they have also been involved in the AR market for quite some time. They've also manufactured some very neat upgrades for the rifle as well. But what's really unique about them is they have made extensive use of titanium components to lighten up. Now, when you look at a lot of titanium components, you don't save a lot, but a lot of those little ounces, those add up towards, when you add them all up. When you have parts such as the receiver extension, barrel extension nut, or forward assist, the safety, you have bolt catch, you have firing pins, and the bolt carrier, which is something we're going to be talking about. It's really, really interesting. But overall, the lightweight of this and the parts and all these things you can get for your own rifle is an upgrade as well. Every part that you see on here is available from DSArms for you to upgrade to your own weapon system. So we're going to go over some of the specifications first with it. We're looking at a caliber, of course, of 5.56 millimeter, weight 6.2 pounds. The barrel, we have a 416R stainless steel, 16-inch barrel. It's a lightweight. It's a 1/8-inch twist, and it does utilize M4 feed ramps. We have a mid-length gas system, which is, as many of you know, I've spoke of it as an incredible enhancement for reliability, allowing more time for that cartridge case to contract, so it gets easier extraction than a standard carbine-length gas system. You also see a titanium flash suppressor on here as well. Upper-lower receiver, both DSArms manufactured, 775 T6 aircraft-grade aluminum. You have a bolt carrier group. This is probably one of the most interesting aspects of this rifle, is the bolt carrier group. The bolt carrier group, the carrier is made out of aluminum instead of steel. This is an incredibly lightweight bolt carrier group. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our scale. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the weight. Now this is a standard mil-spec bolt carrier group. We have 11.5 ounces. We're going to take that off, and we're going to put this aluminum one on. We have 5.2 ounces. Absolutely incredible weight. You have less than half the weight on there. Now, is the aluminum carrier new? I've actually seen it once before, and that was when I was working at Colt. We had a couple of them in our model shop where they were messing around with them. They had made them out of aluminum, they had anodized them black, but I don't think it ever went anywhere. Something that they looked at and they just didn't go anywhere. Now, for as far as is it suitable? Well, the carrier is not really what you consider a load-bearing piece. You do have the pressure in between the bolt carrier and the back of it. However, that's the aluminum is certainly good enough for that. The only concern that I've had about the aluminum carrier over extended periods of time would be any peening in the cam area and so forth. Other than that, I don't really see too much of an issue with it. Now, would this be good for a combat rifle? I think I probably would want to stay with the standard steel for a combat rifle, but for a personal defense or a target rifle, which this was designed for, this works and works well. But it's pretty incredible the way these guys have really gone to much less weight on this rifle, utilization of some of these more modern type ideas. Now the trigger is the ALG Defense, so you have it's a mil-spec type trigger, but it's significantly better. The charging handle we have on here is another DSArms product. It has an extended latch, which is also titanium. So what we're going to do is we're going to go look at this rifle from back to front, and we're going to see the features that we have on it. Okay, now looking at the stock, as you can see, the stock is a modified GI stock with a part cut out of it to decrease weight. And as we also previously stated, the buffer tube or the receiver extension and the receiver extension nut, these are also titanium components. We have a weight of 3.7 ounces on the receiver extension, and we also have a titanium receiver extension nut. We have a Radiant Arms Talon ambidash for safety. We have a standard Magpul Mo type pistol grip. We have a Magpul type enhanced trigger guard, standard mil-spec type receiver. Now looking on the left-hand side, and again we can see the Radiant Talon ambidextrous safety, and we can see a titanium bolt catch as well. You can see there's material taken out of there to lighten up the bolt catch. Your front and rear pins also are titanium. The front and rear pins are significantly lighter than the original ones. If you look at some of the weights, the standard pivot pin is 0.3 ounces. The titanium is 0.2 ounces. The takedown pin, titanium, is 0.1 ounces. The standard mil-spec is 0.2 ounces. Again, all of these add up. When you look at the pistol grip screw, you're looking at a titanium one of 0.2 ounces versus 0.3 ounces of the standard mil spec. The Handguard is also manufactured by DSArms, and we can see that it's M-LOK. And this is a very, very durable system, very, very rigid. As you can see, we have M-LOK slots on the top, on the sides, on the bottom. We have QD points on the rear, on both the left and right side. And as we can see, we have some of the 1913 rails on here as well. The rifle comes with a Magpul M-Bus polymer front and rear backup sights. We also have a titanium ejection port dust cover. Now, if you look at the weight of this, you're looking at 0.5 ounces for a standard mil spec. We're looking at 0.3 ounces for the titanium ejection port dust cover. Again, all these don't sound like they're a lot, but when you start adding up all these parts, you're starting to see some of the weight come off. So we're taking a look in the inside. We have our ALG trigger assembly, but other than that, it's basically a mil-spec receiver. Now, of course, you can get, this also came with a BCM, a Bravo stock as well, but this one here is a little bit lighter weight, so I put this one on here. Now, again, this one was modified for the weight. Again, we have the aluminum bolt carrier group. So let's look at the charging handle with the titanium latch. And as we see, it's oversized, so it's very easy to grab with your left hand or right hand, whichever you want to use on it. We do have extended feed ramps, but the overall weight is just it's incredible. This one in an SBR would be extremely lightweight. Now, there are benefits to lightweight, and there's also some drawbacks. When you start looking at ambient temperatures or when they're hot, these things will get hot relatively quick. And when they get hot relatively quick, you can get failures to extract with really heavy use. Normal use, you won't notice a difference. But we start getting into heavy use with these thin barrels, you tend to have some issues with overheating. Now, you have an MSRP on this for $1149.95. Now, for considering what you're getting, it is not a bad price because you're looking at a significant amount of titanium parts. And titanium is more expensive than standard mil spec parts. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this to the range and we're going to see how it shoots. Now, we shot 4 different types of ammunition with this. We shot the Black Hills 55 grain full metal jacket with a velocity of 2,867 feet per second. The Black Hills ammunition 69 grain with a 2,854 feet per second. And we had a Black Hills 77 grain OTM Mark 262, 2,716 feet per second. And the Gecko 55 grain full metal jacket, 3,078 feet per second. The best group was shot by Henry Chan from 9-Hole Review, and he was able to get a 2.7-inch group with the Black Hills 69 grain open tip match. Now, this is not a match grade rifle, so we're not going to expect it to be sub MOA. This is a very lightweight carbine, so that group is certainly acceptable for a lightweight carbine such as this. Now, the part that really interested me is I want to see how the bolt carrier would work. Now, we certainly had no issues. There was no malfunctions. We put about 500 rounds or so through it. We had no malfunctions of any sort. I didn't notice anything more or less recoil due to the bolt carrier. I was trying to pay attention to see if I felt anything different. I really didn't. But just the amount of weight that's reduced by using all these titanium parts is pretty incredible. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please click like, please subscribe, and even better, share. Thank you.